Hi and welcome. We are the Froholdtbrothers from the Frobros Twitter, and this is Hjalte Froholdt, currently committed to Arkansas University, and I'm Lars Froholdt, and I'm currently trying to earn a scholarship in football. We've been asked about a lot of things over the Christmas year. Many people want to know what is a traditional Danish dinner at Christmas Eve, and what is a Danish traditions, just because Hjalte went to USA last year, and he came back and told us that there were a lot of different traditions to do. So we just wanted to make a short video showing you some of the things.
Like, for example, we celebrate Christmas on Christmas, like 24th, Christmas Eve, and we open all our presents Christmas Eve too. We don't open them on the 25th. That's a very weird transaction from Americans to Europeans, because every European do that.
Yeah. We could just make a short summary of what we do during a Christmas day. That would be much easier.
Sure.
Because this Christmas Eve we had the guests came at what, like 3. We got guests coming at 3, and that was like we ended up being like 10 people, and then all the grown-ups just went into the kitchen and started cooking for like the whole day, and all the kids go up and play, because that's fair. We just went up and played, and then you just have a lot of fun. You talk about, you haven't seen each other for a while, so you just have a cozy time. Then you come down, eat a lot of cake, a lot of we drink something called gløgg.
It's a mixture of red wine, a bunch of herbs, and a bunch of
and nuts and raisins. It's hot. It's like drinking coffee.
Yeah.
So that we drink that and hot chocolate, and then we eat all these different cakes. Usually eat cookies, homemade cookies.
Cookies and chocolates and like all kinds of different assortings that our mother usually goes overboard with all the cakes and everything. So there's always too much to eat.
Our mother's very good at making making us bulk.
Yeah, just food in general.
Yeah, very.
Yes.
After that, after the cozy time, we go to the at the evening. We sit down and eat like not 7.
We ate about 7, and we like, compared to Americans, we do a couple of different things. For example, we eat 2 kinds of meat. We normally eat like some kind of roasted pork.
Explain that, because
roasted pork. Well, it's just, how do you explain that?
It's like it's like a huge chunk of beef from pork, and it has this fat around the top of it, and then there's these, like in Denmark we call them swords, because it's like it's something you burn, and it gets very crispy and very tasty. It's very salty, just like chips actually.
Yeah, it's hard to explain because I haven't seen anything like it in America.
But in Danish that's called flæskesteg, and that's almost every household in Denmark eats that.
And Google Translate told us that it was called roasted pork.
But it's not really roasted pork.
Well, something like that.
Yeah.
And another meat we eat is we normally eat duck. I'm not a huge fan of duck. I'm more of a fan of turkey. But we just usually go ham on the pork. And then we do another thing that we do that they don't do in America. We do caramelized potatoes. You just cook some potatoes, and then when they're done, you actually just pour some sugar on a pan and with some butter, and then you just heat it up. And when it's caramelized, I guess, then you put the potatoes down there and you roll them around, and it gets really tasty.
So they get brown and like coated with this brown sticky caramel.
So we just call it like brown potatoes.
Yeah, it's called brown potatoes. Yeah.
And
that's very good.
Yeah.
That with the pork, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then we do
red beets. What? Local.
Red cabbage.
Red cabbage. Red cabbage too.
I don't know. It's just like a Danish tradition. Just a lot of red cabbage. We love red cabbage with everything.
And then a lot of brown sauce.
Gravy.
Yeah. It's called gravy.
Yeah, it's called.
It's not called brown sauce.
No.
Okay, well, gravy. A lot of gravy and that's actually kind of sums it up. Actually, sometimes they eat something called, in Danish it's called medister. That's like a sausage. It's like a huge sausage.
Well,
it's very Danish as well.
Yeah.
Some people eat that for Christmas in Denmark, but not all.
No, it's different. It's like there's different traditions in every household. So, but we mainly only eat our pork and the duck or a turkey. And then after that, we actually do for desserts. We eat what we call what's it called? Rice pudding. Our special made.
It actually
rice
has a French name. It's called risalamande.
And that's like my favorite dessert ever. It's kind of like rice pudding, just with a bunch of cream and a bunch of sugars and a bunch of fats. And
yeah, just put cream and vanilla extract in it.
Yeah.
After it's cold.
Yeah.
And then it's just freezing cold, and you just turn it around.
Yeah.
And then it's a Danish tradition to take a nut and put it in, and then you scoop it around so you don't know where it is, and then whoever gets this nut in their food gets a present.
Yeah. So
at the end of the meal.
That's a different tradition that we also have.
So do you have one? No. Okay. So at the end of that, at the end of the dinner, people usually uses like 30 minutes to talk about how good the food was and
to loosen their belts.
Yeah, exactly. This is a couple sentences that usually happens in Denmark. One is, "Oh, I gotta open my belt." It's one of them. And the second is, "Oh, good thing it's only once a year." And the last one, what could that be? A sentence that usually comes at Christmas. Oh, that's good food.
Because normally we don't say that.
Never say that when it's not Christmas.
That is great food.
That is just great food. Yeah. Okay, well, never mind. There's a couple of sentences that you can say. Okay, well, I guess that's over.
And then after that, we...
our dad usually goes up.
Oh yeah, and then our dad actually goes up in the other room where we have our Christmas tree, which is decorated. He lights real candles on the tree that we put them on there somehow. And then we come up there, we see the tree is very beautiful, and then what we do is we dance around it. So we hold in hands while we sing songs, and then either like kind of walk around or we dance around. And then in our house we have the tradition that we sing a last song where we actually run around in every single room of the house. That's just our tradition, and we do it, and then we're all exhausted when we end up at the Christmas tree again. And then we start opening presents, and we actually have a couple of videos of us dancing around a tree if you want to watch.
But we'll post that. We'll just put the videos of us dancing around the tree at the end of the video. So if you don't want to watch, it's pretty long. So if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. You could we'll tell you when the video is over.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and then it gets late, and people just like sometimes they sleep over because usually when we were younger, we had a lot in our family was almost the same age as us, so all the kids played till very late, and then they slept over, and people took home the 25th.
Yeah.
But the 25th in Denmark is usually just, some places it's a drinking day. I mean, a lot of people go drinking
it's just
at the
like
25th.
party time.
I don't think I've ever done it actually.
I've never done it.
But many people do it, and I think it's like you go home to your hometown and you have Christmas, and then you see all your old friends and go downtown with them and hold a Christmas party.
Like me and Lars mostly just like relax and just eat. Yeah. Leftovers.
And play games.
Leftovers.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part about Christmas. One of the best parts.
Eating the leftover food.
Yes.
Okay, well, that was just a small video about, I guess it's gotten pretty long, but a video about what we do for Christmas. We would just like to give you a little update on the videos we're going to make further on. Hjalte was in an interview with a Danish football show a week ago, and they asked us to do this kind of small like documentary of ourselves, of what we do in our days, because we have really long days because we have school and training and such. So we might be kind of busy with that during school time and doing Hi guys, I'm very sorry, but we just found out the video cut us off early. So what we were about to say was that
well, we're just that we're gonna do a couple of agility drills. We're gonna tape them like we did with the bench press video. We're gonna do like probably 40-yard dash, a couple like the L-cone drill. Just basic drills that we do while running, or maybe just more weightlifting, maybe a day. a whole day through our weightlifting session. And then we also just want to say thank you to all the Hawk Nation, all the Hawk fans for supporting us, for all our followers on Twitter who favorites and retweets all our stuff and replies, and we're sorry that we can't reply to everything on our Twitter.
Yeah, and we haven't even been there. Like, Hjalte has been there 2 days, and I haven't even visited yet. So it's just awesome to see how many people support us already, and it's awesome to see how the trainers already helped Hjalte this much. The bond they have, it's really great, and it's really obvious that that everybody around Razorbacks has a very special bond, and it's really nice to be a part of, and that you guys are so good at welcoming us. So yeah, well, we're gonna show the film about us dancing around the tree now. It's pretty long, so if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. But the first part is us dancing around the tree, just singing a church song. It's kind of slow, but that's how we do it. And then there's our tradition where we run around the house and do all this. It's just good fun, so we might as well throw it in there. So if you want to, you can watch it. Or anyway, this video is done now, but those two things will come up now. So thank you everybody from Hawk Nation, and we will keep posting you guys on Twitter, and you can just write us. We'll try to respond. We'll try to respond to everybody as fast as possible. So thank you.
Thanks for everything.
Be uncommon. Festen.
Nu er det jul igen, og julen var lige til påske. Nu er det jul igen, og nu er det jul igen, og julen var lige til påske. Nej, ikke sandt, nej, ikke sandt, for det kommer festen. Nej, ikke sandt, nej, ikke sandt.
Hvor kender du her?
Julen var lige til påske. Nej, ikke sandt, nej, ikke sandt, for det kommer festen. Nej, ikke sandt, nej, ikke sandt, for det kommer festen. Ikke sandt, for det kommer festen. Nu er det jul igen, og nu er det jul igen, og julen var lige til påske. Nu er det jul igen, og nu er det jul igen, julen var lige til påske. Nej, ikke sandt, nej, ikke sandt, for det kommer festen. Nej, ikke sandt, nej, ikke sandt, for det kommer festen. Nu er det jul igen, og nu er det jul igen, julen var lige til påske. Jul igen, og julen var lige til påske. Nej, ikke sandt, nej, ikke sandt, for det kommer festen. Nej, ikke sandt, nej, ikke sandt, for det kommer festen.
Nu er det jul igen, og julen var lige til påske. Nu er det jul igen, og nu er det jul igen, og julen var lige til påske. Nej, det er ikke sandt, og nej, det er ikke sandt, for derimellem kommer festen. Nej, det er ikke sandt, og nej, det er ikke sandt, for derimellem kommer festen.
Cardio session.
Ja, nu skal vi lige flage lidt ud.